Good morning, Culers. It is time to wake up and Barca live. Barcelona news coming at you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on the Undefeated channel. My friends, good morning to you all in today's episode with not a lot going on in the footballing world. The season has been all wrapped up. Barcelona gets second place. We do get Supercopa next season, so that's cool. I digress. With the season coming to an end, it's time to turn to summer transfer rumors. We're going to take a hop onto Twitter. We'll see what rumors are flying around. We'll see if we can dispel fact from fiction in today's episode of Wake Up and Barca. If you are just finding us for the very first time, hello, welcome to the Undefeated community. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can be part of the conversation with your fellow Culés as we go over today's Barcelona news. This is what we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Wake Up and Barca. And today's show, like I said, it's going to be all about those transfer rumors. So make sure you're subscribed, turn on notifications, and before we get into things, hit that like button, all right? I always forget to ask for it, but it does make a huge difference, particularly at the top of the show. I see we got about, 14 people in here? Let's get 14 likes right off the bat, and then we'll up the target from there, all right? So subscribe, turn on notifications, like the blah, blah, all the things that YouTubers say, whatever. Let's get this show started, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the Undefeated Mustache John.
Starting today with a little caffeine and some dog hair. No big deal. We'll take that right out of there. But good morning, folks. We've got Barcelona news coming up this morning. Barcelona, of course, with one match left against Villarreal. That's going to be this Sunday. They did do a time change for that one. So let me quickly just start the show off by confirming our kickoff time here. And if I could get to the right screen. There we go. Barcelona fixtures. Villarreal, like I said, last match. This was a 12:30 kickoff. Now it is 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's going to be here in my time zone. Convert that for your time zone, wherever you're watching around the world. We're going to be live about 30 minutes before kickoff. We'll do a little watch-along party. We'll go over the lineups. We'll talk preview and predictions. And then we will be here for the live match. I'll give the commentary. You get to participate in the chat with
Ladies and gentlemen,
on the intro. Just how many times how many times in a row is it now? I feel like I have gone a month or so, like maybe longer, but I feel like it's been forever since I've gone a show without making a mistake. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm not here to be right all the time. You all know that. I'm not here to be first with the news because I'm not a journalist. I'm here to hang out with my Culés. That's what we do. Yes, we talk about the news. Sometimes I have a hot take. But it's really all about the conversation. Yeah, Kudas, I don't want to start that streak because I think it'll be bad juju, but my goodness, that number would be a lot higher than my streak without errors at this point. Anyway, before we jump on Twitter and get into some transfer rumors around Lewandowski, around Frenkie De Jong, and others, let me turn to the chat. Say my good mornings to my Culés, my stash squad here. See how everybody's doing. Culer from the CCU. That's a new member to our squad here. Welcome, sir. Give yourself a little shout out. Let us know where you're watching from. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Winston. Kudis, my stash mod, the stash commander. How we doing, sir? Ryan Scott's with us. Felipe is with us. Who else we got in here? Of course, Nightbot is hanging out. Culer from the CCU says Trincao isn't returning to Barca. That is the rumor. Barcelona, Xavi in particular, not impressed with his time at Wolves, and he might not be coming back. Jatine, good morning. Yusuf, hello, sir. How we doing? Yes, it is definitely not morning in India right now. I'm aware y'all are well ahead of me in your day. You've already started your day. Eventually, we're going to have multiple episodes of Wake Up in Barca throughout the day. So we'll have a morning, a late morning, and an evening Wake Up in Barca for my folks on the other side of the hemisphere. So we'll have Barcelona news happening all day long. And if we're doing it 3 days a week, then all of a sudden I become first with the news. Maybe. We'll see. Probably not. Like I said, not trying to, but it is what it is. I'm here more for the conversation, folks. Speaking of conversation, let's jump on Twitter. Let's just scroll through. Let's see what happens. Oh, look, who's this? Who's this good-looking guy? Wow, what a handsome fella he is. Says, tune in now for Wake Up in Barca, live Barcelona news. Hey, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing right now. And I thank you for it. That's pretty cool. Thanks for hanging out. Anyway, I think there's a couple of things that I liked that we could talk about. Oh, this was a good one. We can start here. Robert Lewandowski got a call in the dressing room. He talked Polish, and his Bayern Munich teammates just understood FC Barcelona, FC Barcelona. This is via Altobelli, and also tagged Bayern in it. I don't know who Altobelli is. Toby Altschaffel, a chef reporter at Sports Build. Okay, very cool. For Augsburg, for Bayern. All right. He's got 20,000 followers, so you know it's legit. I'm sure none of those are bots. That never happens, right? That's not a thing. Anyway, this is a pretty sick picture. Tell you what, first of all, I'm excited for this kit. All the reports, all the leaks are all lining up now with this being our home kit, and I gotta say I like it. It's a la the 2004 Barcelona kit, which is the first year of what's his name, Laporta, coming in for his first stint at Barcelona, when he signed none other than Ronaldinho. $50 for that kit if anybody wants it. I've got my Ronaldinho kit, so I'm good. But if anybody wanted it, there it is. Hook it up. Anyway, what do we think about Lewandowski coming to Barcelona, folks? That's a good opportunity for a poll, actually. Let me set this up real quick. Give me just a second, because I've got a question for the chat, and I think it's going to be easier to answer via poll. So let's do this. If Lua joins Barcelona, will he get over 20 goals next season? Dun, dun, dun. We're going to do this as a poll. There we go. Ask your community. Okay, folks, the poll is live. I'd love to get your thoughts. If Lewandowski, I put Lou, I'm closing that poll. Hang on. I had a typo. Get that out of here. Close it. Don't even care. We're closing that one. We're redoing it. Redoing the poll, folks. Mistakes are going to happen. Reset the counter again. I don't even care. What day is it? Wednesday? I was about to say it's a Monday, but it is not. It is not a Monday at all. Here we go. Boom. Now we're live with the with the poll. Mistakes galore. We're gonna have mistakes all the time. We got mistakes galore. Why am I? This isn't a sing along. Just stop it. Just stop it, John. Silly goose. Anyway, jump back over. Zip, zip, zip. There we go. Okay. The poll that we got going on. If Lewandowski joins Barcelona, will he get over 20 goals next season? Yes, 20 or more. No, less than 20. That's the poll we got going on in the chat. Let me know your thoughts, folks. And since that just came up, we might as well take a look at Barcelona Kit 2023, see if there's any new report. What the hell is this? What is this? Context? Anybody? Anybody? What the hell is this? It's like some sort of what's it called? Braveheart meets Chewbacca, and somebody photoshopped a badge on it. That's awesome that's the first thing that popped up. That is too funny. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Anyway, Felipe says, don't know why Barcelona are talking about getting rid of Dest if there are no good right backs available. It's just rumors, my dude. It's just rumors. So Frenkie De Jong, Dest, actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do, folks. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get back to these kits in a second because that's hilarious. But we're going to go to Barcelona's website here. We're going to take a look at their first team. And I'm going to tell you who's coming and who's going. Just rapid fire if they're staying, they're loaned, or are we selling them? All right, that's what we're going to do. We are going to take a look at Barcelona's first team roster from their official website. This is here towards the end of the season. And we are just going to rapid fire stay, loan, sell. Here we go. Ter Stegen, stay, obviously. Neto, sell. We've got two young keepers coming up behind them, Karovic and Anaki Peña even. Maybe he comes back from wherever he is, Galatasaray, and gets the start. Anyway, rapid fire is what we said. Dest, he stays. It's already been brought up in the chat. There is not a better right back option. Mazraoui is already going to Bayern Munich, so Serginho Dest is the best right back option available in Europe right now. I said available. Okay, I'm not saying he's the best right back in Europe by any means, but in terms of who Barcelona could bring in at that right back position, Serginho Dest is the best available, and he's already here, and he can play left back, so he stays. Gerard Piqué obviously stays. Ronald Araujo, he stays. By the way, some folks are not happy about that made in La Masia tag because he really only spent, like a year or two at Barca B before coming up. Anyway, I digress. Dani Alves, he's questionable. I want him to stay. I love Danny. I love him so much. I'm wearing his kit right now. I think that his influence in the clubhouse, I think that his mentoring of young players, particularly Serginho Dest, would be tremendously impactful. Plus, Danny wants to make it to the World Cup. Laporta just the other day was talking about a 6-month contract renewal. Let's make it a year. Let's make it an even year. Keep Danny. Like I said, positivity, the good crazy, as they say. I love this guy. Follow him on Instagram, by the way. It's a nice little pick-me-up anytime he posts. So much positive energy. Langley. Folks are going to want to hear this. I think he stays just because he's going to be tough to find a home. I don't think that he's a hot commodity right now. I don't think his value is very high, so I don't think anyone's going to want to pay what Barcelona might be asking for. So I think Langley ends up staying next season. Jordi Alba obviously stays. Mingueza, I think, gets loaned out. I'm pretty sure he'll be going out on loan. He was on the brink of breaking in to some regular first-team football under Ronald Koeman. Things changed under Xavi. He's been asked to play right back more than his more natural center back position. That has caused expectations and criticism to come heavily down on the young Oscar Mingueza. With the defenders we have coming in, potentially Christensen, maybe even Azpilicueta or a Koulibaly, whoever, that center back position is going to be pretty filled with Piqué, with Eric Garcia, with Araujo, with Christensen coming in. The list goes on, right? So Mingueza might do well with a loan to get some playing time. Samuel Umtiti, he's going to find a home somewhere. Excuse me. Get a little caffeine going. He's going to find a home somewhere. Club legend at this point. Back in January, taking a pay cut, restructuring his salary to play for free so that Barcelona could sign players. Club legend, shout out Umtiti, but he will not be here next season. Won't be here at all. Eric Garcia, definitely going to be here. He's really starting to find his legs this second half of the season. You're starting to see him come in with that undefeated mentality, that Barcelona mindset. Little shades of Carles Puyol in his eyes. Not quite the hair, but just his eyes. So Eric Garcia definitely stays. Midfielders. This is going to get interesting, folks. Busquets stays for one more year before he goes to the MLS. Ricky Puig, he's going to find a new home. It's time for a loan, maybe even a sale if the right price comes in. But I think loan first, because you give some of these other players that we're going to talk about a year more to develop, to see what comes out of their play. But you don't sell Ricky Puig just yet. Yes, it's a possibility, but I think a loan for the youngster makes sense. Nico stays. He's going to get more playing time next season. He's going to have to rotate, again, with Kessié potentially coming in. Busquets, De Jong, Pedri, Gavi, Kessié. I think Nico will be that sixth midfielder that we end up using. Again, if you think that we only need 3 midfielders and sell the rest, you're wrong. You're very wrong. Next up, Pedri, sell. Just kidding. That stupid. He's obviously staying. €1 billion buyout clause. Good luck transferring him anytime soon. Sergio Roberto is going to stay. Contract I don't think has been signed yet, but the latest reports were that we were giving him a 1-year extension. It doesn't make a lot of sense other than if Mingueza gets loaned out and you want to stop putting Araujo at right back when things get desperate, Sergio Roberto would probably be your next best case, particularly if Dani Alves doesn't stay. I don't think he offers much at the right back position. I would love to see Sergio Roberto, after 10 years of playing out of position, move back into a center midfield role. But I don't think that's going to happen, again, because of the number of players that we have in that position already, including Frenkie De Jong, who stays. He's staying. He's not going to go to Man United to play in Europa League. That's not going to happen, okay? He's staying at Barcelona. Xavi values him. We value him. If every club in Europe is after your player, unless we are in dire financial situations, which I think we've gotten ourselves out of. I think we've climbed out of that initial hole so that we are at least going to be able to register players. Unless we find ourselves in that sort of situation again, Frenkie stays, and rightfully so. One of the best box-to-box midfielders in Europe. Continue on. Dembele, get out of here. Get out of here, please. I am so tired of Dembele. Sure, thank you for the, 11 or 12 assists this season. I appreciate it. Where were you the last 4.5 years? As far as I'm concerned, we saw the best of Dembele in these last 2, 3, 4 months because he's auditioning for other clubs. I hate his mentality. I hate his attitude. I hate his greediness. Get out of here, Dembele. Anyway, shake that off. Got a little allergies going on, folks. Memphis Depay is one up for debate. I think he stays. Top goal scorer for this season. Missed a few chunks due to injury, but he's one of the players that came in under Ronald Koeman and has found success under Xavi. So I think that Memphis Depay stays. He's either going to be second option on the left wing under Ansu, or he's going to be second option at a number 9 under Lewandowski. I think Aubameyang would even slide into potentially third there. We'll talk more about that on another episode. Ansu Fati obviously stays. Adama Traore, I don't think he stays, folks. He's only played in 4 of the last, I think, 10-ish matches, something like that. I forget what the stat was. I came across it earlier this morning on my morning poop. And Adama Traore obviously has been looked over now by Xavi. So I think Xavi's going to send him back to Wolves. We're definitely not paying 30 million euros for him. That won't be happening. So I think Adama, sadly, will be gone. When he first came, I was excited about it. And listen, if he does stay, maybe he's another right back option. That's an alternative, but for the price tag, it ain't going to happen. Braithwaite, who has not played, I think, since Xavi came into the club. He'll be gone for sure. Shopping him around. Latest reports are that he might find his way over to Italy. Luke de Jong, I hope, stays. Luke de Goat has become a fan favorite, a club legend, an icon at Barcelona. He is an aerial threat. You throw him in the last 10 minutes of any match, and he's going to get you an opportunity. I think he's had more match winners than anybody else at the club this season. I'm completely making up that stat, shooting from the hip, probably wrong, but I just said it anyway. So I think Luke de Goat stays. I hope we get him on a more permanent deal from Sevilla. Remember, he's just on loan currently. Ferran Torres obviously stays. He just came from Man City in January, has yet to really find his form, and yet has 7 goals and 6 assists for Barcelona in half a season. Let me just say that again. Has yet to fully find his form and still has 7 goals and 6 assists this season. Just saying. Aubameyang, I think he stays as well. Also came in January, 13 goals, 1 assist, has cooled a little bit as of late, hence the Lewandowski rumors, hence Memphis getting a little bit more playing time in that number 9 position. But I think Aubameyang still has a lot to offer for Barcelona, and one more season for the crafty veteran, I think, is coming up. Xavi, of course, is going to stay. So that's the rundown, folks. That's the quick and the dirty of who's staying, who's leaving, who's going out on loan. Notice not a lot of loans. Not a lot at all. Mingueza, Ricky Puig, I think are the 2 that would go out. If you turn to Barca B players, Jukla and Abde, Akamach maybe, but Jukla and Abde I think would be ready for a loan, if not first team football. So those are my thoughts on burps. Those are my thoughts on who is staying, who is leaving, who will be loaned out for 22-23 campaign. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to turn to the chat, keep the conversation going, but if you're watching on replay, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to hear them, and we'll keep that conversation going as well. What do we think, folks? My stash squad. Let me turn to the chat here. First, let me end this poll asking, will Lewandowski get more or less than 20 goals per season? Let's see what the results are here. Can we get it? Where's the poll? Where's the poll results? There it is. 84% of you saying that Lewandowski will get 20 goals or more if he joins Barcelona next season. I got to agree with you. I'd have to agree. That's definitely going to happen. Winston says Lua would love to join Barca. We would love to have him. Let's see here. Let me get caught up on some of these comments. Jatine says, who should Barca get to replace Jordi Alba? Reports are saying it's going to be Marcos Alonso. We'll see what happens. Excuse me. To me, that's just a bigger, slower version of a Jordi Alba. So I like Marcos Alonso, but I'm not totally sold quite yet. But if he comes, I'm not going to be terribly upset about it either. I'm kind of just, okay, about it. You know what I mean? My goodness. Anyway, it looks like Culers had a work call, had to jump off. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day, good sir. Vincent says, what about Dembele? Is he staying? No. Already expressed my feelings on that. I think if he was going to stay, he would have signed something by now. So I don't think it's going to happen. Winston says, agree on who stays and who leaves. Why, thank you. Thank you so much. Other questions, other thoughts from the chat. Jatine says, only City and PSG can afford Pedri. I don't think anybody can afford that €1 billion buyout and continue to run their club. €1 billion, guys. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. €1 billion. It's a lot. It's a lot of money, dudes. You know what I'm saying? Vincent says, if Dembele leaves and Mbappe goes to Madrid, Barcelona is going to have a biggest problem next year. We don't have the defenders to keep up with Mbappe. We definitely don't have the defenders to keep up with Mbappe, but here's a little secret. Nobody does. Nobody has defenders that keep up with Mbappe. So we're cool. I'm not worried about it. Yes, Real Madrid are going to be incredibly powerful on the attack next season, but their midfield is old, their defense is poop, and it's whatever, dude. We're coming for the title next season. Mbappe or no Mbappe. We're coming for the title. We're coming for you, Madrid. We're coming. Barca are back. Just feeling intense this morning, I guess. My goodness. Mukesh says, Jose Gaya in contacts. Apparently, Valencia are in some sort of financial trouble, and they are trying to offload Jose Gaya and Soler. I don't think Soler fits into our midfield. I don't think that happens. But we'll take a look at Jose Gaya. We definitely will. We'll take a little look-see. Philip says, love the passion. Hey, I'm all about passion on this channel, my dude. I mean, I am tatted in, as they say, inked in there. I'm going to do a video this summer about the story of my Barcelona tattoo, and it will be titled, I got a Barcelona tattoo, or American gets FC Barcelona tattoo. It'll be something along those lines. I want to, like, you know, it'll tell the story of why I love Barcelona so much, but also going to Barcelona, getting the tattoo, that whole experience. It was an amazing time. Amazing time. FV, how we doing, sir? Says, if Alba can score 13 goals in half a season, then Lua can score 30. Sure, I would agree with that. High possibility. Chris E says, I personally like Alonso. I think he can rotate with Alba effectively. Like I said, I don't hate it. I won't be terribly upset, particularly if we get a good deal on him and he has a reasonable salary. Won't be too upset about it at all. Yusuf asks, says, John, what do you think about Tchouaméni to Real Madrid? Don't care. Long hair, don't care. He can go to Real Madrid. Once a player goes to Real Madrid, I basically just write them off. They're pretty much dead to me at that point. I don't care. I liked Eden Hazard, and then he goes to Madrid, and that didn't work out for anybody. Same with, hate to even admit this, but I actually kind of liked Benzema at Lyon before he went to Real Madrid, and then I was like, well, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. Bye. So it happens, and then there are very few players that spend their career at Madrid that I end up still, I'll say, appreciating. Raul is one. Roberto Carlos is one. Luka Modric, he's incredible. He's absolutely incredible. You got to hand it to him. So there's been some players over the years, but then there's guys like Sergio Ramos, who's just a villain, an absolute villain. Casemiro, a villain, total villain. There's guys like that. So listen, it's fun having a rival. I am fortunate to have lived through a couple eras now of that El Clasico rivalry, particularly the Messi-Ronaldo era. Don't get me started. We could talk about that todo el día, mi amigos, but we don't need to. We don't need to, all right? In fact, we're going to wrap up for today. I'm going to shut things down. We're going to go out and start our actual day. I've got a kind of a long work day to get through again. Been having a lot of those lately. I know some of you all do too. I know you got school. I know you got work. I know you got things you got to do. So go out there, do them well, do them to your best of your ability. Go out there and do positive things. All right. Lots of high fives, lots of hugs for those that are open to it. And we're going to be live again on Friday morning. I think there might be an interruption in our schedule because I might do a little traveling. I haven't decided yet. Impromptu. Might take a little trip. We'll see. So subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. Follow me on social media. I'll make an announcement on whether or not we're going live Friday. We'll see. All right. Actually, we'll do something. Whether it's here live or whether it's on the mobile, as they say. We'll do something. All right, so forget what I just said. I'll see you guys Friday morning. All right, we'll talk about the match coming up against Villarreal, and then we will be live for the final match of the 21-22 season. Villarreal traveling to Barcelona. Second place secured, yada, yada, yada. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with me, for starting your days. Mukesh says it's pronounced Tchouaméni. Listen, I'm going to mispronounce words and names all the time. A lot. It's going to happen, all right? As an American, I have that right to butcher anybody's name, cities, countries, people, anybody else's language. Just as an American, we can butcher words. It's our God-given right to just disrespect other people's languages. Kidding, of course. Kidding. You know I love you all. I appreciate the correction, of course. So one more time, folks, if you were just finding us, welcome to the Undefeated community. Subscribe to the channel. Come hang out with your fellow Culers every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on the Undefeated channel. Live Barcelona news on Wake Up and Barca. And then come hang out with us for all of Barcelona's matches. I do the live commentary, the play-by-play action. Best in the world outside of Ray Hudson, #1 commentator of all time. And you also, again, get to chat with Culers from around the world. This is the place to connect with the fellow Culers that you love, all right? We come together for the badge. We support the badge. We support each other. That's what we do here on the Undefeated community. Shout out to my Stash mods. Shout out to the Stash squad. I'll see you all next time right here on the Undefeated channel, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. Mwah.